Welcome back. Now, in the previous session, we had actually successfully created the target. We made it spawn, and once you hit it, we created the score, and the score is moving. But as of now, as you keep on hitting the target, the score keeps on changing, and there is no end to the game. So we have to add a logic to close the game. So here what we are going to do is, once you reach a score of 10, if you hit 10 targets, then it means you have won the game. So how to do this? So let us continue from the last project. So here, if you come to the assets, in sprites, we have already added uwin. We have one PNG graphics. Now drag this graphics onto the hierarchy window over here. So it has been dragged over here. So once we drag it here, so now select the background here and double click on the background. So you can see the background here. But as of now, whatever this win graphic we added, it's not visible here. The reason why it is not visible is, if you come to the inspector, this uwin is placed behind the background. To bring it to the front, select it, and in order in layer, set it to, say for example, 2. So once I set it to 2, you can see uwin is appearing. And now here select this object and give this object a proper name. So select this, delete this old name, and type here W capital win, again T capital win text. So we shall give it the name as win text, and then let us make it, place it at the center. So for that, open this transform here and click here and click reset, so that it's exactly at the center, and then set the scale, x scale to 2 and y scale to 2. So let us make it a little bigger. So we have added this win text onto the screen now. Now go to file and choose save. The next thing is to make this appear, or to make this to call this in the script. Come to the scripts window, and in the script window select this game manager.cs, double click to open it. So now we have to add a condition here, so that once the user hits 10 targets or scores 10, then automatically the game should show you have won. So to do this, first of all, we have to check the status, whether the user has won the game or not. So to test this, now we are going to add a new variable. Below this public text score text, come here, press enter, and below this, now we are going to declare a new variable, and this new variable we call it as boolean, or it will be declared as bool, B-O-O-L. Boolean variable is declared as bool space, and give it the name as win. So this is a boolean value, and this is initially equal to false. So initially this boolean value is false. End it with colon now. So we have declared a new variable win, and we have set this initial status to false. But when the user hits 10 points, then this will turn into true. So how to add it? Let us see now. After declaring this win boolean as false, now when will this win become true? The condition is, if the user scores 20 points, then automatically this win should become true. How are we going to do it? We are going to use the if condition. So we shall now get, we will get introduced now to this if condition. So to make it work, now come here to this public void calculate score. Come to this method, and in this method, after score text to string, after this line, press enter, and now we are going to leave a line gap, and then now we are going to use the if statement. So the way we use if statement is, you have to type if, and after that in open and close bracket you have to put the condition, and after that you open a flower bracket and close the flower bracket, and in between this flower bracket you are going to add the command that will be executed when this if statement is true. So right now here the if statement that we are going to use is, so now let us place the condition. Here one thing you can see here is, sometimes when we are typing, you can see now in Visual Studio you are seeing this cursor in insert mode. Means if we type something, the previous one will get erased. See, the that is the thing is, we have this close bracket erased now. So to avoid this, actually what you have to do is, sometimes if this is not in insert mode but in overlay mode, then in your keyboard press the insert button. When you click the insert button, now you can see this is in the insert mode. If you again press the insert button, this will be in the overlay mode. Means when you type, the previous text will get erased. So now again press insert key on your keyboard. See that it is in the insert mode. And now here we are going to type the condition. The condition that we are going to use now is, we had the variable score. So we have the variable score, and this score should be greater than or equal to 20. When the score is greater than or equal to 20, then this is the condition. When this is true, then we have to set the variable win equals, win will be now equal to true. Okay, and end it with colon. So we have just added an if statement here, which states that if the score is greater than or equal to 20, then win is equal to true. So we have added this condition. Now when win is true, the first thing what we want is, we are having this that is the target getting spanned one after another for every 2 seconds. That we are doing it using the method spawn. So by using method spawn, we are randomly making the target appear at different places, and we are doing it using this spawn command, and we are repeating it using this invoke repeating. This you have already understood it in the previous class. Now as soon as you win, this invoking of this method spawn has to be cancelled, or it has to end. So for this what we do is, now come to this void update. In void update, inside this, see, in update means every frame this is going to check for the condition. For every frame the game has to check for the condition. What is the condition? In between this update, I am going to type another if statement. Type if, open and close bracket, after this open flower bracket. Okay, and now you can move this to the next line. Okay, now the condition here is, when if win, you have to now add 2 equal signs to indicate that Now this is a condition. We are not assigning win any value, but we are saying that if win is equal to true, when we are testing, we have to use two equal signs. Okay. So if win is equal to true, then what is the condition that we have to follow? So now when this win condition is true, we are now going to call another function, and this function is cancel. You have cancel invoke. You have this function. Select this, and the parameter we have to give for this cancel invoke is within open and closed brackets, end it with colon, and in between this open and closed bracket, in inverted commas, put two inverted commas, and in between this inverted comma you add this method spawn. So we are going to select this, copy this, and paste it in between these two inverted commas. So we have added this command cancel invoke spawn. Now go to file and choose save all. Now the next final thing that we are supposed to do is we have to next make that you win appear when actually the game is over. So to make this happen, we are now again going to declare a new game object. So to declare this game object, come to this boolean win is equal to false. Come to this line, press enter, and in the next line we are going to type public. So we have to make this public, type public, and what we are going to declare now game object, G capital, type game object, and select this G capital O capital game object. Select this game object and then give it the name. We are going to call it win text, where W is small. Okay, close it with colon. So we have created a game object and we have named it as win text. Now after we have added this win text game object, now what we do is come to this calculate score, and in calculate score, when the condition score is greater than or equal to 20, we have set win is equal to true, and in the next line after this you execute one more command where we are going to call this variable win text. We will call this variable, and this variable type a parade and use the function set active. Select this set active function and in open close bracket type true and close it with colon. So now what happens is when the score becomes greater than 20, then win text will become active. So what we are, after typing this, come to file and choose save all. Now come to the Unity. Here you have this win text. You have this object here, and initially we will, in the inspector, we will deactivate this object. So initially the object is deactivated, and what the script does is once the that is the score crosses 20, then this gets activated and we are going to see you win. Okay, so let us switch it off. Now one more thing here is, if you select the game manager, now you have this win text game object. So now drag this win text and attach this to this game manager. So we have attached that, and after attaching this, go to file and choose save. Now with all this done, let us check the game. So for this, here see that this maximize on play is on. Now go to play button and play this game. So here, as it spawns, we are going to hit it. You can see the score moving 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So every 2 seconds this is popping up, and as we are hitting, the score is moving. Okay, so now as soon as it reaches 20, you can see now you win. You are seeing this appearing, and also the spawning of the target has also stopped. So whatever we wanted to do in this game, we have finally achieved it. So now stop the game playback. Now with the game running successfully, the last part that we want to do is, let us add some sound effect, so that whenever you are firing with your mouse, whenever you are clicking, let us add a shooting sound. So to add this sound, what we are now going to do is, now we are going to select the game manager, and for the game manager we are now going to add audio. So to add audio, in add component, in audio you have different audio options, and we are going to choose audio source. After selecting audio source, here you have play on awake, switch off play on awake. After this, let us get a good sound, shooting sound. So to get this sound, now go to the browser, and in the browser what we are going to type is freesound.org. We are going to go to this site. Go to freesound.org, and here in search sound, just search a shooting sound. Type shooting and see here and select some shooting sound. You have shooting 006.mp3. So I will select this sound. Click on this sound, and you have to log in to download. So click login and log into your this account. Once you are logged in, you will have the download button. Click the download button and the file will be downloaded. So now select this file. So I am going to name this file as shooting. Let us name it as shooting. This is an mp3 file. So fine. So let us name this as shooting, and then select this shooting file and use it in your assets. So what I will do is, we have this downloaded mp3 file, so I will add it inside the assets. So if required, I will also upload it. You can use this. So we have created this shooting.mp3 file, and we have kept this ready. Now come back to Unity, and in Unity we have to use this sound. So now here let us add sound into our game. So for this, come to this assets folder here, right click, choose create, and create a new folder and give it the name as audio. We will name this as audio, and inside audio, now right click and choose import new asset, and clicking on import new asset, now go to your folder, and in that folder select the shooting.mp3 file and click import. So this shooting file is added into your assets. So once you select this, now the next thing is, we want this sound to be added to the script. So for this, come to the game manager, and in the game manager, when we added the audio source, you have audio clip. Right now it is set to none. Now drag this shooting sound and place it over here. So this shooting sound is now used as an audio clip. Now the next thing is, this audio clip has to be assessed using our script. So now to assess this in the script, let us now come back to the script folder, select this game manager script, double click to open it. So once it opens, now come to this update section. So in the update section, we have already added one condition, when if win is equal to true, cancel invoke. Just below this, we will add one more condition here, and this time we are going to check for the condition whether the mouse has been pressed. Whenever the mouse is pressed, you want the sound to play. So for this, we are going to add one more if statement, open close bracket, then open close flower bracket, so that we will move the flower bracket down. So in if open, here we have in the open close bracket, we have to add the condition, and in between the flower bracket we have to add the command which will be executed when this condition is true. And in if, the condition that we are going to test is type input. So input, select this input and then period. Now we are going to check G capital, get, you see here, get mouse button down. Okay, so select this get mouse button down, and after this you add open close bracket, and in between the bracket we will type 0. 0 is the representation for left mouse. And when this condition is true, that is when you press the mouse button and if it is the left mouse button, the command it is going to execute is, it has to play the audio source. So to play the audio source, we have to first get that audio component. So to get the audio component, here in the condition type get component, and for all component we are going to call it using arrow brackets, that is left and right arrow, and in between the arrows we are going to type the audio source. So the component we are going to use is audio source. So you can see here audio source is the component, and this after this add open close bracket, then period, and what this should do, it should play, and end it with a colon. So this is the command that we have added. This is showing in red, there is some mistake here. Oh, okay. So after this play, we have to add one open close bracket. So once we add it, now it is fine. So now go to file, choose save all. So now what happens is, every time you press the mouse button, you will hear the firing shot or the shooting shot. And now finally let us test it. Now come back to Unity. See, we doesn't have any error. We can clear this, close this, and now go to play button and play this. And now see, you can hear the sound. So the sound is running. So as I click, the sound is going to play. And once the score becomes 20, so you have to play it till so you see you win. Okay, so the game is working perfectly fine. So stop the playback, and with this we have developed the game, and in the next session we will see how we can distribute it for others